Log in to gyroscopeme.com, the hottest online radio station in the world. GS Radio all day, all night, worldwide. Powered by Gyroscope Media Group, LLC.
GS Radio, the best internet radio station worldwide. Providing the best in music and talk shows. Go to www.gsradionj.com and check out the best internet station in the world. You're listening to GS Radio, internet radio station powered by GMG, LLC.
In the beginning, there was Jack. And Jack had a groove, and after a while, a deep sleep fell upon him, and he went looking for a new groove. He began looking for a new nation, and it had to be a soulful nation. And he found it, and it was Soulful House Nation. And he saw a building. It was a tall building. It had 10 stories, and he entered the building and got on the elevator and pushed the 10th floor, but it stopped on the 8th floor. And that's where he found his new groove. And he began to jack and jack and jack and jack. And he knew that this was it. It was Soulful House Nation on the 8th floor. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Get Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I am DJ Dan Soulful House Nation coming to you live from the 8th floor. I am the unusual suspect. This is Soulful House Nation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited to be here. I have a gentleman that I've known for some time, an outstanding man, DJ and producer. And what we're going to do is have a little conversation with him, kind of bring us up to date. So I'm going to start off with the easy stuff like I always do. And so, TARIQ, tell us a little bit about you.
First and foremost, my brother, thank you for having me. Again, my name is TARIQ Brodie. Rapping and soul music. Born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. Just recently retired, maybe about 2 years ago from the military after 37 years of service.
Wow.
Yeah, from 1986, September 1986 to September 2023. Long time.
Yeah.
Now reside in South Jersey, down in Willingboro. Quite comfortable and just trying to get acclimated to the retired life, because
Okay.
us folks, we always working. So now I get the time to sit on my backside and not used to it. But I ain't complaining.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Well, listen, how did you get started with music, and who were some of your early music influences?
We're growing up. I'm 60 years old, so let me take that back. Anybody that grew up pretty much in the late 70s, 80s, sure as you know, there was, the disco, the club, the underground music was just contagious all around, so you had so many spots, like Cosmos, Zanzibar, Black Box, Club America, you name it. It was all over the place. Peppermint Lounge. So, and then on the radio too, you had Tony Humphries, Timmy. Who else you had on there? A whole lot of I think T. Scott at one time, back in the days. Right. So, my influences, definitely I have to go with no particular order, but just off the top of my head, Timmy Regisford, Tony Humphries, his cousin Merlin Bob, Larry Levan, Larry Patterson, Camacho, rest in peace. It's just a plethora of DJs. Kim Lightfoot. I'll put Big Brother Basil in there too. He was doing his thing. Oh yeah, and many more.
Okay. Yeah. Now
I throw Naeem in there too. Can't forget about Naeem.
Yeah. You know what? I got to tell you something. When you're in legendary status, when people name you as an influence, and a lot of people name everybody you said, when I interview DJs who've been around a long time, those names always come up. So, right.
Awesome.
Now, what made you want to become a DJ instead of just enjoy the music, music? And most people just love listening to the music. You have the big thing going on in Warren Park today, and most people are just listening to the music, or they'll dance, whatever. What made you decide you want to be a DJ?
In high school, that was like the big thing, being a DJ, running out, getting equipment, and equipment nowadays is not what we started with, the 1200s, the Tascam pitch control decks, the pitch control reel-to-reel, DAT machines, So, yes, sir. So I got a DJing because it was a plethora of DJs, and I have to admit, I was born and raised, like I said, in Newark, in the Central Ward, High Park Gardens, between West Kenny and Court Street, JFK, Army. So back in the days, they had a place called Green Acres, and that's when I really went down the way to DJ Punch. I got Tip My Act, DJ Punch and Tojo. They was just killing it down there. You know, and, in high school, like I said, I went to St. Benedict's Prep, all boys Catholic school. And I just just fell into it, you know, especially being around all boys, young men all day long in school, you know, about the DJ. So I went out all different places, try to get my equipment together, try to, you know, be that guy, so to speak, you know, but, you know, so that's how I got in DJing, just listening, like you said, going to spots, listen to the DJs, seeing how they moving, the stuff they play, the music they play, excuse me, and how the crowd reacted to it. I said, man, try to do that, you know, just, you know, try to do it, you know, and I just felt this, it just carried on from there. It just carried on from there, Dan.
Well, I know, based on your timelines, I know, we'll put it this way. I'm not going to assume, but every DJ I know from back in the day had some hip hop in their background. So here's my question to you. I don't know if you did or you didn't, but as a matter of fact, to a person, they had some hip hop in their background. But either way, how did house music become a part of your DJ programming?
I just dived right into house music. I mean, yes, the hip hop that we come up to it. Now, I'm not gonna say nothing about today's hip hop, but when we came up with it, I loved it. But as far as being a hip hop DJ or playing hip hop, or just the same thing, being a hip hop DJ, that wasn't my thing. I gravitated to the house music, man. It was just something about that 4 on the floor that just drove us nuts. Then we want to run out to the moving records or go over to New York or random access trying to get those records, man. It was that was a DNA that imprinted in me that to this day just never left.
Yeah. Now, who are some of your favorite artists from back in the day, and even classics? I mean, even stuff that's current, like who were you checking for? Who are you listening to now? And
Back in the day, you know, Jersey was prevalent. You know, well, not just Jersey, Chicago, and all over the country, but being that I'm rooted right here in Jersey, you know, you can't go without saying, you know, whether it was Kenny Bowman, Susie Bowman, Dawn Tallman, and this goes on. And then, but then go outside of the spectrum. When I say spectrum, I mean like outside of Jersey, you know, whether it's Heaven Everett, you know, I'm a big Heaven fan. There's so many others that just, because I'm a soulful guy, especially when it comes to vocals. Oh man, it just some of my vocals that, you know, just yeah, it just touches me, man. It touches me all the time.
Yeah. Wow. How about now? Who are some of the people that you're listening to?
Pretty much, you know, a lot of the same artists, but they're same artists that was big back then and relevant, and it's still doing it today, which is a lot of years. Some artists of today that I listen to, shoot, man, a lot of the R&B artists are that the producers convert their R&B tracks into house tracks. Are really nice. I know Beloved does I forgot the name of the R&B artist off the top of my head. So you got me off point here with that one.
Okay. That's okay. It's
whether
normal.
it's Maxwell, whether it's man, it's a whole lot of them that I dig today. But as far as straight house artists, I'm not sure if there's an artist out there that does straight house music, because I believe a lot of them that I hear, you know, can do R&B. They just not oriented just straight for house.
Right.
They do things too as well, which is great for them. Awesome.
Yeah, you know, it's exciting about it is that house has that flexibility that you can do different things with it. I mean, look, To Win Your Heart was originally a country song, and they made a house track out of it. How about some of the stuff that Yolanda Adams does, and that was originally gospel. Yeah.
Yes. And
So
Kemet did. Kemet did
huh?
that. The
Yeah.
producer that blew up
Yeah.
that song is Kemet out of Georgia.
Yeah. Lounge
Lounge
Lyrics.
Lifter. Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's pretty amazing what you can do with house music, and two, when it comes to other styles of music, and just put a different flow on it. I even heard, now this is a while back, I never was able to get my hands on it. Somebody did the Temptations' "My Girl" with a house track. I
Mhm.
said, what? Okay.
Okay.
I want to do a whole series of Motown songs with
Right.
house music. And I say that because, I do a lot of open set, and
Mhm.
sometimes Motown is like some of the favorite stuff. And if I
Yeah.
could throw a track or two in there like that, and they go, wait a minute, hold on, I don't know what this is, but I like this. I recognize that.
Right. Right.
I hear Stevie Wonder. I mean, we could go on and
Yes.
on and on. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So now, name some places that you've played, and is there any place that you wanna play?
I'm gonna go in reverse.
Okay.
Being that I'm in a producer, that's more of my. I put 99% of my love into production because I'm at peace. As you see, I'm right here, holding down,
Mm-hmm.
not out, in a rat race, and I don't want to get all in detail with that. But I love producing. It's finding my little niche with that.
Mm-hmm.
DJing is always going to be my first love. Ain't no doubt about that. It's always
Mm.
gonna be my love. But the bucket list to play,
Mm-hmm.
let's keep it a buck. If somebody really reaching out and asking me, Drake, you want to play? Now I am playing on a cruise. They got
Okay.
my little brother DJ School.
Mm-hmm.
He does this cruise every year, so I'm doing a first time I'm going on playing on a cruise. First time
Mm.
I'm going on a cruise is later on this year, in November 2025.
Okay.
I'm going it, like I say, in reverse. My
Mhm.
first residency, most people do know as is Club America. This is
Okay.
going like 35 years ago, something like that. And
Mhm.
so, a quick little story. So, before Jahai was Jahai, worldwide, you had Mirage, which was across the street from uh, Zanzibar. You had Mirage. Excuse me, you had Jahai, Mike, Tony Motley, and
Mhm.
Omar.
Okay.
Because two of those graduated about 2 years after me from St. Benedict. So they was at Mirage,
Mm-hmm.
at Club of America. Names all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think Camacho, was he at Cosmos? I'm not sure where he was at, or Eleganza.
Mm-hmm.
But back in those, I love those days. I know we're getting off topic. It's this.
No, we're good. We're good.
There were so many spots to go to,
Mm-hmm.
whether it was Club America, whether it was Mirage, whether it was 88, whether it was Black Box, Docs, Sensations.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, Saturday, each and every one of them was pretty much packed.
Mm. Wow.
Now,
Mm. Yeah.
who's the DJ? I like I say, I don't want to deep dive into that. I understand things change for good or for bad, for whatever, but those memories I carry with me because that helped me grow to where I'm at today and helped me to further continue, especially in the production world.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it back then. It was just so many things, to places to go, and everybody enjoyed themselves.
Mm-hmm. Along those lines, you mentioned that, um, excuse me, back in the day, there was some mega clubs too in the area. But two things that I don't really see, and I just would like to get your thoughts on it, since you come from back in the day. Number one, I can't really think of any mega clubs in the area. The second thing is that clubs come up, but it doesn't seem there's very few clubs that stay hot for long periods of time, like uh, Zanzibar, Club 88, Club America. There was brokers back then. There was and but there were quite a few, but they stayed hot for a while. But now a club comes up, or a spot happens, and I say typically by 3 months, it's like you heard the punchline in a joke, and we did that already.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, from your perspective, do you have any thoughts on why it's like that now?
I don't know, and that's a $1 million question. If I had the number, I'd probably hit the Powerball or the Mega Million. So I'm gonna sit here and try to pull my brains out, sugarcoat it, or I couldn't tell you, man. But I just know I appreciate those days. I will just keep that as a memory because I mean things change. I do get it, but once, but I did forget it was Cheetahs too out there in Patterson.
Patterson, that's
Right.
me. I'm born and raised in Patterson, Cheetah Club. Absolutely.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw the trans. Not the. How can I see it? I saw the changes over the years, and like say we have a few clubs around. Hypothetically, we had a few clubs around, but then it gets to like I said previously, like who's DJ and the lack of support. I mean, I could just throw darts left and right. So like I had a conversation with somebody. What is a yin is a yang. So what is a negative? We try to. It's got to be on the other side of the point where there's some positive. You can't change people's thoughts, or not everybody's thoughts about who's this guy or this guy. The backstabbing, the blackballing, the C blocking, and all that other stuff, man. It's just, especially of people in our age category group doing that. We're bringing up the young cats. Now I do see the young lions out there. Amir, he's out there in Chicago right now, and with the big dogs, Justin DJ, Pope's son, DJ Pope's son. I think there's another young lion that I'm missing, and I think there's another two females too that I'm missing. Where's the youth to carry the torch? Because let's face it, I'm 60. The average, I would say the average age in our era of house music, you have to be at least right now. They're between 50 and 60 plus.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I get out there and taking the boogie like 40 years ago. Coming to the park with my bitch and my coolers and my Tiger Bomb. For real.
That's for sure. Wow. How about anybody you played with that you speak on, or anybody that you would love to play with?
So, that's a good question. So, in my humble opinion, TARIQ BrodiE, every event is not made for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
That's true.
Yeah, speak on that for a minute. Just speak on that for a minute.
Well, I won't mention her name, but it's a DJ in New York, female. There's a lot here in New Jersey, so that gave it away right there. But we had the conversation. She's my big sister, and I say, hey, every event is not made for you. Let's say, because you want to fit that event, and vice versa. So if you may want to do your study. So let's give you an example. So say if somebody from Detroit say, hey, TARIQ, we want to bring you out. Okay, well, what type of, who's on the car, But if I know if it doesn't fit me, and meaning I don't fit that group, that's no harm in saying, hey, man, I don't, a little bit different style, man. I don't want to get just for the money, and then you stink because the crowd standing there on gonna get their Coca-Colas and their drinks because they used to X, Y, and Z.
Right.
I tell you, somebody they don't carry that. I mean, you gotta bite it. You gotta make sure.
Right.
You gotta make sure that it fits you. But I have played with quite a few DJs. Mostly the Jersey DJs I played with. Louis Vega. I was blessed. I was fortunate enough to open up with Tamir's event, London event. I remember about 4 years ago, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, you was there. I believe.
I remember exactly.
And had a good conversation with Louis behind the scenes. That's the first time I met him in person, and it was nice and cordial. We had a nice little conversation. But I would play with anybody, man. I mean, it don't bother me, man, because it's not a competition. Just want to flow together. That person pushed me, that person, I push that person, and at the end state is just not the DJ, it's who's out there in that floor, who you playing for.
Right.
Which I actually forget about.
So, I just want to park there for just a moment. You
Sure.
know, you had something very, very interesting. You know, if you talk to most DJs, they say I play everything. And I say, well, not really. Let me put you in the Zydeco crowd. Let's see if you play everything. Let me, let me give you some straight up Latin, you know. Let's see if you put. So I think for me, I would say I can do a set of just about anything as long as I get the music. Because you know I can mix beats.
Yes,
But
sir.
but you know, sometimes you're not a good fit for a particular audience.
Right.
And like for example, I could play a set, a Jersey bounce, but I'm not the guy to go out there. I can't dig in the cracks and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think it is a combination of knowing your music, but knowing who your music fits. I
Yes.
think that's a very, very important point. And and of course, you might know that mentally, but I think you might have been the first person to actually like say it in such a concise way, So
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's no problem. And just to caveat what you said too, because you just enlightened, you just triggered something in me too. Like there are DJs who can play, you know, different spectrums, different genres of music. Great. I mean, cool. But as far as this guy here, I
Mhm.
stay within my comfort zone, which
Mhm.
is vocal, Afro vocal, and which is not saying I can't do the bar scene, the top 50
Mhm.
or whatever. Hey, but that's not my forte. That's not my strong point. Can I do it? Yes. But straight across the board, all different type of spectrum. No, I would set first of all, I would set myself up for failure.
Mhm.
My word and my I don't want to tarnish my word and my name.
Mhm.
Put myself
Mhm.
out there because word of mouth travels fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Bad news travels faster than good news.
When you everybody now every I don't know a DJ who hasn't had a set where may have stumped a little bit, but some won't admit it. I have
Mhm.
live when we was playing on vinyl right there, Club America. Absolutely, I learned from it. The trick is the thing is recovery about that. But no, make a long story short, no, I don't. I can't do. I will if somebody say, "Hey, see, will you? We want to play an event, but you have to do this, this four or five different type of genres."
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I'm not your guy.
Right.
Check
Right.
it
Right.
out.
Right. I get
Nope.
it. Listen, I could play some country tracks for you, but I'm not a country DJ, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Right.
Well, you know what I'm going to be doing that's a little bit outside of my I'm going to say a little bit outside of what I generally do, but I've been practicing it at home is to do the silent thing because I'm not 100% sure how that works. It seems like to me you got one track that's on playing in your ear and the other track that's playing out. And I noticed for me personally, it's always been a little bit more challenge, a little bit more thinking when I had the headset on as opposed to hearing the music outside. Now I'm taking a chance on like that, and the idea I'm going to stretch, but I'm not going to go out there and play a whole bunch of country music. I'm not going to play Zydeco. I'm not going to do a set of merengue. I'm gonna, I'm at least be working with stuff that I'm familiar with. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. Put it this way. It's going to be on August 31st, and if you hear booing, you know what just happened. Anyway,
Talking about the pure silent party.
yeah, silent party. Yeah,
We want to talk to Tony Motley. I know
yeah,
him and
yeah. That's
yes,
that's the guy who's bringing the stuff. So yeah, so I probably do need to reach out to him and say, hey,
right.
listen, I'm doing this for the first time and a little nervous, but I like to stretch myself a little bit, but I don't like to break myself in half. If you follow what I'm saying.
Well, that'll break me. Period. That would be an instant no for me. My brain would be no.
Mhm.
I got to hear the music.
Yeah, yeah.
I listen. It's going to be like a WBLS true DJ, like one go off and put the next one on and for the whole set. But I surely can't fix it that way. Can it be done? I'm sure, but
Mhm.
uh, again, it's not my comfort zone.
Got you. Got you. Now, you've been in house music from the door, from back when it was called club music or then. Where is house music headed? Uh-oh.
Uh, Nah, we could be all day with that, man. I put boxing gloves on, with that one. But I'm gonna stay on the positive side. Listen, me personally, and I touched on it a little bit, sir. It's just I like to see, include myself too, to bring up the young cats. Because I mean, not go. We don't know. We have more time behind us than we have in front of us. So we really need to start bringing up the young guns to take over and bring in young cats to the events. Who may not, young folks, young kids, or young adults, whatever, who's not familiar with house music, or we need to pass the baton.
Okay. Okay, interesting. Yeah, yeah, but now, okay. So let me ask this question, but I just want to like probe it just a little bit. Okay, so we want to bring these younger cats in here because we always say we want to bring younger people in. So here's my question. Do we want to bring them in as long as they play our style of house, and that's fine? Or are we okay with them adding their flow to it? What are your thoughts?
Either way. Yeah, at the end of well, before the end of the day is how would that young DJ fit that card?
Got you.
So no matter if it was molding them to our genre music or they want to add their own splash to it, that's something which is okay, but you got to make sure that you fit that bill and make sure that that promoter and that DJ, they need to make sure they on lock so they understand what that promoter is getting and what that DJ is bringing.
Got you.
It's important.
Oh, okay.
You don't go to a football game with a baseball bat.
Okay. Now, I know you produce as well as DJ. I think you kind of said it already, but do you have a preference for producing or DJing?
I love, like I said at the top, DJing is what got me into, well, listening to the forefathers and the generation before me DJing, whether it was at the clubs or like I said, it was outdoors or any venues that would got me into music. I love DJing. That's my number one. But I enjoy / love producing. I still have a lot to learn. I'm solo with this, but it's my piece. I'm retired. I'm at home. I ain't chasing no promoter to get on no car, this, that, and the third, none of that. And I'm not, trying to be selective or throwing shade out there, but listen, it's out there. Then they getting paid, this, that. I'm retired. So I do this for this ain't for monetary reasons, for production.
Gotcha.
My retirement takes care of all that stuff. But this is therapeutic for me. This is at peace. I'm at home. If I don't want to click on the DAW band to make, no problem, unless I'm contracted to do a track. Other than that, I love production. It's so, now y'all ain't gonna let me start beating my head against the wall. I'm like, oh man, trying to figure out this rhythm, this chord, da da da. But hopefully with the end state when I put out a product that, hopefully that's something the community or some folks in the community like, hey man, that's all right, I want to play that.
Yeah, so I've had Ableton Live, Logic, Native Instruments. I even got some of the DJ programs that are doing more and more production. Of course, GarageBand came with my MacBook Pro, and I still can't work that stuff. You know what it is? I've said it many, many times. It's like you got to really sit down with it, and you got to devote time to it.
Yes, sir.
And you got to say, you know what? I'm going to figure out that chord, or this sounds okay to me. I'm going to go back and correct that. Or I'm going to make this, this just popped into my head. Or, hey, here's a song out. I want to put I hear something in that song that's not there. You got to, You know, and that's all time. And that's been the issue. I've never, ever, ever devoted the time. I talked with Shino Black about it. I talked to a couple others. And Shino's every once in a while hit me up, how you doing? And I'm doing better than I was. In other words, I'm at least turning it on, you know? Open
I
up the program.
think the first, so you name many programs, which all of them, and I know GarageBand is it's one of the older ones, but I know they have updates. So it doesn't make a difference. But well, let me take that back. That's what I was leading into. You have to find a DAW, and I tell this to anybody that's comfortable for you. Where you this right here, where you can get it. I use Studio One. I have no Studio on my computer. I won't use it. Reasons, I think you need 3 degrees from Harvard and University of Kentucky or something. And that's just reasons that I'm not doing that one. Zip gone. But I know cats who use it and make wonderful music with it. I'm not a Mac user, I'm a PC user, so obviously Logic is out the question.
Right.
But Ableton is a beast, is a monster. And let me lead this into there's a brother, you know Ab Shabazz, Lucky Santiago?
Okay, Lucky?
Yes, Lucky Santiago.
Yes, I do. I do.
That brother is self-taught. He always in my ear about this, he's self-taught, and I put that brother production with anybody out there. He's always in my, I love that. That's my little brother, man. I love him to death. Self-taught. Crazy, 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 beautiful music. So that's another thing too. Like I said, I'm solo. Ain't no complaints with that. So that forces me to learn music theory, which is another beast in itself. You know, I wish I could flip the camera and show you everything I do. All the circle of fifths, all the chords I have on my wall. You know, so I can easily access to. But yeah, first thing I was saying, find out the DAWs you name. That's comfortable for you, where you're not beating your head up against the door or wall like, man, this is killing me. That's the first step. Find a DAW that's comfortable for your spirit and your head. And once that's the first step. Try to get something that's way out that you probably won't understand for many moons down the road. That you're gonna lose interest.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Now, how about this? Regarding your process, do you hear a beat first, or you hear a vocal and a beat? I mean, what's your process to come up with a hot track? By the way, folks, in case you don't know, go back and listen to some of his tracks. Anyway, as you were saying.
I appreciate that. Well, I think, and I say this humbly, like I say, I would still say I'm in a novice state. I've been doing this for maybe about 4 years now.
Gotcha.
And I started out with mashups. So just a quick off topic. About 4 or 5 years ago, I was doing mashups. Never said it was remix. Just using record box, 4 channels, and just put it together. Got a call from Mr. Mark Francis. Basically, hey man, hey TARIQ, you want to be known as a mashup king, or you want to get into production?
Yeah. That's Mark for you.
Yeah. I was like, okay, buddy, old pal. All right, well, let me dive in. So I cease and desist with the mashups and start productions. But as far as your question, sure, I would say me, it's the vocals. I listen to the vocals because I like, pretty much every track I do has vocals in it. Matter of fact, all of them. So I take the vocal, listen to it, time stretch it, listen to it, then I mute when I say just the vocal stem, not the entire track, just the vocal stem, and just do a 4-bar, 8-bar loop, just listen to it and just try to, find out the key to it, then I just come up with usually I come up with the bass line first.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I'm just taking it down after that. Oh.
Yeah. It's always interesting because some people hear the kick first. Some people or start with a kick, whether they hear it or not, and use and I heard one guy say he chords, but it's interesting. You start with the bass line. Interesting. Now what else is pretty interesting. Do you ever like write songs like say, okay, I put this beat together, this track together. Sorry. Oh goodness, thank you. I had a friend once died behind a cough. Of course, at the time he was in his neighbor's closet. Anyway, boom. Anyway.
Right.
Anyway, I couldn't resist that. Anyway, couldn't help the cough, but anyway. Anyway, so and like some people make songs because they give it to somebody. I've seen it where some people write a track, they're really good at writing, and then they give it to somebody to make a beat for it. So I've seen all kinds of combinations, and that's why I was curious to see how things work with you, how things flow.
Basically asking the workflow. So I want to go back a little bit. It's not that I don't put a kick first. I mean, I can put any kick in there. Then I go back and tune the kick. And that's very important because you want your kick tuned to the track. You know, basically saying in key on the scale of the track. But bass line is important for me for my workflow. Yes, I would put a kick in there. I just throw any kick in there. So I can then I'll go with my bass line. Then I'll from the bass line to the chord because I can extract the chords from the bass line, and that's a whole other story though. But just give me my groove and just going down from the bass, from the kick, the bass line, the chords, top notes, melody.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Now, tell us about some of the tracks that you've produced, some of the songs that you produced.
Myself and my little sister Select K, raised in New York, now down in Georgia. We did a track a couple months ago, original track for Swello and Lydell Townsell.
Okay.
I said that right.
Okay.
And it's called Never Break Your Heart. That came out on Track Show. It's been about 3-4 months ago.
Okay.
Then I did a track for Paris Harrison out of New York for Eon Records.
Okay, I know Paris. Paris is the brother that wears the turban.
Yes.
Okay, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. He's very big in the music. He's heavy into music, and he's heavy into what do you call it? Fashion.
Yes.
Yeah, big time. So I did a track called He Made a Way. Actually, he asked me to do another track, which I got to get started on from an artist named Shane. I'm about to jump on that one. Then the other stuff I do is just like personal. If I hear a track that I like, I go and strip the vocals, my normal process, and build it back up again. But one of the things I try not to do is do a track that's been done, a million times. But I will say this though, if it was done many times, but that track hits my spirit,
okay,
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. All right.
It is to it. But what I will do in the same breath is be respectful. Like if I know somebody, if I have a relationship with somebody that I know that did that track, then I actually reach out to that person. Yo, man, I know you did this mix, man, but I'm, not that I need to do that with everybody, but just as a courtesy. Because I would want to do a track, and then next somebody else doing the same thing, different version, but it happens like that.
Right.
I try to pick and choose something I don't think, whoever's not thinking about that track.
Right. Well, TARIQ, I'm going to guess that you hear music a lot different from the rest of us mere mortals. In other words, when you hear a track, in my mind, you go, okay, that's really good. Or here's what I would add to it. Or this is what I would do. This is how I would make it a little bit different. So here's my question. Is there a song now that you heard by anyone that you would like to remix or add your own flavor to? Maybe out now or in the past or just in general?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard plenty of tracks that, that were already beautiful. I mean, don't even really need to be touched at all. But like I said, if it hits my spirit, then I was like, man, I like to put my own little spin to it.
Mm-hmm.
I have reached out to somebody here in Jersey and did something. I think it's about 2 years ago, maybe something like that. Matter of fact, it was Conway. It was about 2, 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, another
And
dope producer.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I love the style, man. I mean, I'm gonna rep New Jersey no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But I just wish we all would be more non-clickish and communicate with each other. But it is what it is, you know.
Right,
So
right, right.
I ain't gonna throw no shade, but I wish them all the best because they doing it.
Yeah.
And I ain't got to name the names here in New Jersey, but you already know those producers slash DJs. Some of them, yeah, producers slash DJs. Some are just producers, but they're killing it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love listening to their work.
Mm-hmm.
But there's Reggie Steele.
Oh, you know.
Who else is out there? Oh, another sleeper. By the Kevin O's camp. New Generations. Corey Holmes.
You know what?
Phenomenal. I don't think people will.
Woo.
Man, listen, that boy bad.
Listen.
Boy
Okay.
bad.
All right. Let me just jump in with my Corey Holmes thing here. So the first time I heard of Corey Holmes, he was doing some stuff with Miss Yaz and some others.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, shucks, this is hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized later that he was local. And so I know his wife, Janice.
Yeah.
So every time I see him, matter of fact, I just saw him last week. I saw him and I told him, listen, you give me some dope tracks. We need to get you on here and let's tell everybody.
Yeah.
And he gave me the old brush off and he said, so last time I saw him Saturday, he said to me, yeah, but then I can't come up to the 8th floor, right? I said, no, I give you a special key. He said, no, but I'm down in the underground in the basement, something like that. I said, well, no problem. I said, we'll bring it down there. But he's a dope.
Bad. I don't think I don't think you get enough credit or acknowledgement, and I'm giving it to him.
Yeah,
the dude is dope.
Yes.
Dope.
Well, I'm gonna suggest, and I mean in a kind, loving way, his lack of notoriety is self-inflicted. I mean, he does not. He just goes around. He does what he does very, very quietly, and just makes things pop.
That's a beautiful thing, though. I mean, his music, his work. A lot of time, I would say, in life in general, sometimes this can get you in trouble or put you in a spot where you don't need to be in. Basically, what I'm saying, just general rule of thumb. Speaking of Corey, his work speaks for itself.
Oh, please,
Period.
very loudly.
Yeah, period.
Now, is there an artist or a producer that you would like to work with?
Whichever ones that feel they want to work with TARIQ Brodie. Come on.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Can you do anything about the vocals?
Well, it depends on who the vocal.
Well, I was just teasing at me because you know what? I got to tell you something.
If
you could do something with my vocals, you'd be Superman.
I'm just saying, you singing like Luther or you singing like Freddie Jackson? I mean, what you doing?
Put it this way. The Lord gives you two gifts. The first gift, and I've said this many times, is that you can sing. But the better gift is to realize that you can't sing very early in life and then go on and do something productive. See, I'm in the second category. You see, only one, I'm not going to say that. I know two other people who sing worse than I do. Matter of fact, you got to practice to be that bad. Anyway.
Well, if you're going to make that engineer may charge you double trying to make that voice make sense.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm a shower singer, brother. I'll kill you in the shower.
Oh, well.
The shower singing. Oh, I'm a killer there.
Well, you come on now with your shower song then, brother.
Yeah, well, what's on the horizon for you that that you can share in terms of production?
I'm steadily making music. I have about 5 to 7 shells, tracks that's just sitting there. I haven't finished or mixed down yet.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm gearing toward, I have at least 12 tracks already done and mastered that I have not released, that I'm not releasing anytime soon. I'm really saving those as to break on the cruise in November.
Okay.
Then I'll release them probably spring of 2026.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really trying to make music for I don't like to categorize like for outdoor season. That's just it just works out. I have to learn how to strategize, Dan, to be honest. Releasing tracks. You know, I can't dump out tracks like every other day, like Francis and a couple other cats. You know, they got a whole dream team, so it's just me.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I like to space mine out. I understand the correlate, space mine out.
Mm-hmm.
I do regularly because that helps build up a nice following to release tracks, whether it's every month or every other month or every 3 months, something like that. For your fans, you know, build up a fan base that okay, I know Tariq's coming out, you know, instead of well, one drop this month and he ain't coming out till 9 months later, you know. But stuff happens, you know, life be life.
Right. Yeah. Now, coming in for a soft landing here.
Okay.
Any final thoughts or words of wisdom or advice or anything that you would like to share?
Yes, sure. For any and all DJs or producers or just general lovers of this music, just generally whether it's house music, club music, whatever title you want to give it, enjoy it. Enjoy it. I see so much. I was going to say, I see so much BS on Facebook. You know, just excuse me. People of our age, category just got nothing but negative to say. I always, you know, I don't walk on water. Let me digress. First of all, I don't walk on water in park seats. I make mistakes too. But I sure ain't gonna be on Facebook ripping this, ripping that, where you can just pick up the phone or maybe inbox that person and be like, yo, da 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 da. But there's so much negativity with this house thing. I'm like, ain't you 50-something years old, 60-something years old? I mean, well, we gonna say something positive.
Yeah, you know.
Shut the blah blah blah. Don't just be quiet. You know, if you're gonna bring negative, bring some ended. Maybe since I'm just that military instructor. So when I give briefings, I always like to end on a positive note. Because with positive, there's negative, and negative, there's some positive too. So I get the negatives out the way, respectively. But if you got some negative to say, come with a solution.
Gotcha.
Or a suggestion.
Gotcha.
They just spitting it out there.
Yeah. You know, I know this guy who I'm gonna call him Negative Ned. And Negative Ned, listen, he's the kind of guy who say, well, you know, Ned, I'm making up the name, by the way.
No, I figured it.
Yeah. You say like, Negative Ned, why don't you say something positive instead of always negative? He said, I am positive. You know, this thing is negative. So that's that guy, you know, and you know, well, but you know, and I got to tell you, there's so much upside to this that to dwell on the negative, and then too, some people get upset because they feel they've been out there for 150 plus years and they're better than this person. I mean, cause you know, I don't really bring that to the show, but I hear a lot of that in the background. I don't know why they put him on or whatever. And I lovingly, well, think about this for a second. So there's at least 100 events, an average, say, 5 slots. So that's about 500 slots. And probably 90% are going to be the same people. And I lovingly call them the usual suspects. And I'm the unusual suspect. So that's where that came from.
Yeah, you about to touch on that's quicksand there.
No, but my attitude has always been, you know, as far as it goes, the people who put on these events have a right to put on who they want to put on. You know, it's their time, their energy, their money, their judgment call. And they got a right to say, hey, listen, I want Billy Bob on. I want this one on. Because if you put on the usual suspects, you know what you're getting. It's like when you go to McDonald's, you know what you're getting. If you order a Big Mac, whether you order it in Paterson, New Jersey, where I'm from, or in Osaka, Japan, where I've ordered a Big Mac, you know what you're getting. It's going to taste the same. They're not going to be, mom's special recipe from the islands or,
Right.
from the whatever.
Mhm.
But you're going to get something. They're always going to come prepared. They're always going to deliver. They're going to be consistent. You know that. So I always say to them, listen, hey, listen, I feel you. I said, well, you know what? Nobody's stopping you from doing your thing. One guy even said to me, yeah, but it's very hard to do. I said, yeah, it's hard to do. Yeah, it's hard to do. But if you want, that's what you want, then
Right.
hey. So anyway,
Actually, Dan, may I?
yeah,
Just,
absolutely. Jump in.
it's a segue right here. So two parts.
Mm-hmm.
One is how can I say it? Is I think history.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have history in this DJ. I got because probably what you're saying. I'm hearing, guys, I've been doing this for. I had one guy say he's like 50, going to be 59 years old, and say, yeah, I've been doing this for 50 years. So what are you talking about? You've been doing this since 8, 9 years old? Stop it, man. But the gist is, a lot of us has history. Some well known than others, some not known. I've used myself. That's the only person I'm going to use, TARIQ BRODIE.
Mm-hmm.
Most people know I played at Club America. A lot of people didn't know it. All they knew is, the Club America was ripping it. Short, light-skinned guy, stocky, who always wore a baseball hat.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't know TARIQ BRODIE.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like the other places, Camacho, Jihad, Omar, Kim Lightfoot, da 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 da. But I don't go out there and say, hey man, I did this. I mean, the time and place for everything. Now I'm focused on right now. The other thing is what you said, like the promoters, the usual suspects.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. Ain't got to name names. We already know who they are, but they. Well, I was about to say the SHIT. I'm not going to down them.
What did I doubt? No.
They doing their numbers. They doing their
Listen.
thing. Is there's other people, DJs that can play.
Yes.
That can play.
Yes.
Maybe I'm gonna say it one more time, and I'm gonna put TARIQ BRODIE in that too. Can play.
Uh-huh.
Don't get that opportunity. Now the headliners.
Mm-hmm.
You have a headliner. Sometimes you have a headline in front of a headliner.
Right.
That DJ. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the guys. But you say every event needs an opener.
Right.
And it's special.
Mm-hmm.
But if the DJ should know that, I hope they know that opening is special. But at the same breath, you can put a guy that can play. Why they have, beside the opener, let's say you got 5 DJs, you got 5, 4, maybe you could put somebody, in third.
Mm-hmm.
To do it his or her thing. Well, at the opener, no matter with the his or her thing, and then the second, and then put that spotlight that person third before the headliners.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then there's DJs that like to open.
Right.
That's because you set the tone. But
right.
DJs on every single corner under your deck and rock out.
Right.
I mean, rock out.
Right.
So they feel salty because they see the same DJs, and then it falls in what you just said, with the other thing. Well, go start your own thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, you'd be better off peeling Gorilla Glue off you. We're all in our 50s and 60s. You're trying to start your own thing. Then jokers ain't really gonna come out and support. And I'm gonna say it, some of the heavyweights don't come out either.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come out.
Right.
That's a fact. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It's all good, man, because
it is.
I'm only listening to whoever it is, the headliner, whoever it is.
Right.
I think anything, I don't care. Even if you got a hiccup, whatever. Matter of fact, sometimes I get a hiccup. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me know it's sinking in pre-recorded, but that's a whole different topic. We ain't about that.
Well, again, I the other part I look at this. I say, when you decide that that headliner or one of the usual suspects, that you're better than him or her or whatever, ask yourself two other questions. Number one is, have you put the work in that they put in? You got to ask yourself that. That's question number one. Because, for example, I'm gonna tell you straight up. One of the times I did an interview with Jihad. Now Jihad's been out there. People don't know 30, 40 years. If you think about it, number one, and number two, when I interviewed him, he told me about getting his own equipment and how I had somebody not show up and every event didn't go like it was supposed to go. And Beloved said, so all these cats that, you say, well, this and that, but what you don't really know is the backstories with these guys and the time, the effort, the fails, that this didn't work out, that didn't work out, and it was supposed. So you got to really, you got to really look at all that stuff. But again, nobody's stopping Billy Bob from going out and doing his or her own thing. And is it hard? Yes, it's hard. But the people who make it happen had to go through that stuff too, the hard stuff. So that's just my attitude about it. Would I love to play more? Absolutely. So next month, I got several spots I'm going to be playing, kind of like I'm not playing, then boom, all of a sudden stuff came in. But, anyway.
You said that, I'm sorry, sir. Funny you said that, because you already said the name, so I'll just go ahead and say it. Beloved, Conway, I never even heard them. So of course I never heard them back in the days. They were obviously they're way younger. But it's not like they didn't put in that work to get to where they are today.
Yes.
So the same breath that you said, that you elaborate on, I want to touch on too. Is like instead of saying, negativity, I don't learn where they come from, because they didn't just come out just yesterday to put them on the scene.
Right.
They laid that groundwork to get where they at.
Right.
That's all the usual suspects. Hell, I say their names. It was Jihad, Beloved, Conway, Francis, Mark Lewis.
Yeah, Naeem.
Naeem, we already know about that. But see, Naeem is, well, put it like this: Naeem, Jihad was my era. Conway, Beloved was after me.
Right.
But whatever they did to get where they at is their blueprint.
Right.
And cats complaining, they don't want to pick up the phone like, hey man, I know times have changed, but how'd you get to? I'm all about networking. Each one teach, which a lot of cats don't want to. Don't get me. And I hate that, man. I hate it with a passion. Some folks rather see another person fail, Dan, excuse me, rather than, hey man, hey, I heard this, or hey man, I know you didn't reach out, but I'm hearing this, man. And keep it brother to brother. Right. You gotta mess up a set or something, or production wise, you better hee ha ha behind the scenes. That's girl crap, man.
Right. Yeah. Well, I will tell you, and I got to tell you, all the ones I met are really nice people, and they're happy to share with you.
Absolutely.
They're happy to share, but you got the bedroom bullies, you tearing it up in the bedroom, and they don't haven't gone to any events or anything like that. And but I got to tell you, nobody's entitled to anything. You have to go out there and get it. You got to continue to put the work on. You got to network, which is really key, because given the opportunity, if you got two people who have the goods, all right, that's another thing I want to add. You can have the goods, but if you can't pull, in terms of getting people to come out, that's another. We could do that another time. But you really gotta really network, and I just want to say this really important stuff, because you got two two people. You got Homie the Clown and Billy Bob. All right. Both of them have the goods. They both can play. But now you got to make a decision. You know, it comes down, who would I rather put on? Somebody I know and I have a relationship with, or somebody I don't know and don't have a relationship with? I'm going to put the guy I know and have a relationship with every time. I mean, how about you? I mean, if you got a chance to do something which you know you have a good relationship and you know they got the goods, I mean, who do you want to put on? And a lot of people I don't think see that, you know, working from the bedroom bully situation. You know, they're tearing it up in the bedroom.
Well, I tell you what, that's another thing too, brother. I'm sure you know too as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can play on social media, Twitch or Mixcloud, whatever, and be killing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, cool, not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got 40, 50, 60, 100 people in the room. You're killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, it's a whole different ball game playing live out in public.
Oh, yes.
Media.
Oh, yes.
So, some cats, or I don't know which way to say it, but I'll just say some cats find that out the hard way.
Yeah.
So pump your brakes. I mean, you get your numbers on social media. I mean, kudos, great.
Mm-hmm.
But that don't translate like you should be, you know, the closer at the Chosen Few or something. That's a whole different flow.
Whole different flow.
Whole
different flow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because when you got that that audience in front of you, and when you're playing online, like for example, I play online, play brand new stuff. Well, that's good for people who love me and or want to hear brand new stuff. But when you go out to the public, then you got a decision to make. You could play all that brand new stuff, and most people are going to hear some level of familiar, unless you go to a straight up underground club.
Right.
And then you can hear a lot of Congo Bongo all night. But average person they're okay with some Congo Bongo, but you're going to have to play some vocals with them. I would say if I had a ratio, it'd be 70, 80% vocals, and then maybe 20%, Congo Bongo, so to speak. And nothing wrong with that, you know, but it's just, anyway, but to your point, being a bedroom bully and playing on that stage are two different things.
And real quick, so I do want to go back and elaborate too, or just touch on again that all the names that I mentioned and the ones in my head that I didn't mention, I fully admired.
Okay.
Absolutely, because I listen to their music, whether they DJ or production, whichever. I totally admire them, 1,000%. So that's all I'm gonna say about that, man.
Oh, definitely.
Wish them all, whether it was Corey, whether it's Chino Black. I mean, I'm talking about the local cast that's actually putting stuff on the map, repping Jersey and worldwide. Man, they doing it, man.
Yes. And I got to tell you, I said they're nice people. I'm gonna tell you, Jihad gave me an interview. Mark Francis gave me an interview. Naeem gave me an interview. Beloved gave me an interview. You see what I'm saying? Don Coleman gave me an interview. Nice. Magic. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I'm forgetting. Oh, wait, I always got to mention the first person who ever gave me an interview. And I think he even gets tired of me saying it. And that was Eddie Nicholas.
Yeah.
But
doing something in my play right now, I think.
Yeah, exactly. But the point is that, you know, just to go bring this back to the networking thing, it's super important. It's a key element of if you want to get out there and you want to play, and also too, you got to be willing to do your own thing, and that's another real key. So anyway, yeah, there's, you know, a lot of Hey, this is last year. Steve Davis, Chillax are two people who took the mantle up and decided to do their own thing. These are people, Guy Flash. These are people who are doing their own thing.
When this thing on Elizabeth.
But you know what? They'll talk to you. So
no, I'm sorry, not Elizabeth. I think it's
Rwanda.
No. I'm saying, are they still doing their thing, Elizabeth, or are they doing?
Oh yeah, absolutely, killing it.
They're nice.
Yeah, I got an interview coming up with Guy, I think Tuesday.
Awesome.
Killing it. Yeah. And and like I say, these people will share. So again, going back to your networking, you can't be a bedroom bully and think that that's how you get it done. No, it's connecting with people. It's hearing what you're doing. I mean, if you play online, that's just only part of the formula. It's the going out to events. It's the shaking the hands and the kissing the babies.
Yes,
You know?
babies.
It's all that. It's handing out, handing out flash. It's a combination, It's
Mhm.
doing your own thing, and then it's a real plus if you can pull, Anyway.
Well, you got to put an E for effort in because it's not going to come to you, and that's one of the problems that I've not really seen, but I've heard like
Mm-hmm.
somebody reach out to somebody who's established,
Mm-hmm.
but then they expect them to do all the work.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
And
That conversation.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Wow, wow. Well, listen, you know what? I got a wedding to do, and I got my social director on the way here, and that's my wife, by the way. Um, I,
Pause. Yeah, no
so
problem.
wait, just so you know, you want to know who really runs the house? I'm gonna tell you how you can tell. Whoever handles the toilet paper, that's the one in charge. That person gets to decide if it goes up or down or whatever. And if you don't get it right, you're gonna have to do like I did. You're gonna have to go to the 6-week training class. Anyway, anyway. Well, listen.
Brian, I really appreciate and
Yeah.
really humbled to be asked to be a part of
Oh, nah. Come on now. You've been putting the work in for a long time. And I heard some of your music and played some of your music. So if folks don't know, I'm like that great philosopher, Biggieopolis, Smallsolopolis, who said, if you don't know, now you know. Yeah,
many
so
blessings, man. I appreciate it.
yeah, I mean, if people want to follow you, keep up with you, support you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, how do they do it?
You can follow me easy on Facebook. I always post snippets of my music on Facebook before I release it on Traxsource or Bandcamp, and you can also follow me on Bandcamp too. For purchase. A lot of stuff I put free too on my Bandcamp page. It was just TARIQ Brodie Bandcamp, and then my Facebook. Like I said, they can follow me on my Facebook page and to listen to the tracks before it come out.
Okay. Spell your name so just people can get to it right away.
Sure. TARIQ is TARIQ. Last name Brody, BRODIE. For you military phonetics fiends out there like me, is Tango Alpha Romeo India for Quebec. Romeo Oscar Delta India Echo.
I can tell you said that once or twice before.
Yeah.
No problem. Hey, TARIQ. Again, thanks so much.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much
Thank
for
you.
sharing.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Hey, take care and God bless. All right.
God bless, sir. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
All right. Thank you.